Hey, what's up, everybody? This is D with Kickin' Bass TV. Today we're up here in Granby taking part in the 32nd annual Three Lakes Fishing Tournament. We're starting out at the biggest lake up here, which is obviously Lake Granby. Then we're going to move around over the next 2 to 3 days to Shadow Mountain Lake and Grand Lake. And the name of the game is the top 8 biggest fish in each category, and there's also a Grand Slam. So a lot of big prizes, a lot of giveaways, a ski-doo, all that stuff. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below and stay tuned. Thanks. All right, guys, so we're headed up to Granby this weekend, take part in the 32nd annual Three Lakes Ice Fishing Tournament. It's one of the longest running in history. It's held on one of the largest natural bodies of water in Colorado at over 7,200 acres and 40 miles of shoreline. Lake Granby's huge. Granby's a beautiful town with a bunch of really cool, small local businesses who are very accommodating to all the people who come up every year for the tournament. We wanted to give a shout out specifically to Richard and Margaret from Budget Tackle there in Granby for staying open 24/7 during the event and making sure we were taken care of the whole time. We ended up doing the entire tournament on foot and with a hand auger because we weren't able to find the right drill adapter before we left town. And as you can see here, we've got a solid 10 inches of ice on Granby, and there was even more on Grand Lake, so it made for a pretty tough weekend. We didn't have any luck on day one, but we did have a good time. And as you can see right here, the sponsors and event organizers actually set up what they call the Village, which is a mobile little set of ice tents out here by the way station, where everybody could come in, hit the fire pit, bring the kids to warm up if you need to. They were selling some merchandise from the different sponsors, and there was even some bait for sale. And then we saw that some of the kids were even building some little snowmen here and dyeing them. So it looks like everybody had a really great time this weekend. For days 2 and 3, we decided to move over to Grand Lake, which is a considerably smaller body of water at only about 600 square acres in comparison to the 7,200 acres you have at Lake Granby. So the ice was a little bit thicker over there. We had roughly 12 to 13 inches at Grand Lake, and as you can imagine, after a day and a half of hand augering through that much ice, my arms were absolute rubber. So the strategy then became to just find as many pre-drill holes as possible and just kick those in to get through days 2 and 3. We didn't have any luck on day 2, so we headed over to the awards ceremony at the River Run RV Resort, and I will admit this is probably the nicest awards ceremony I've ever been to. The fact that it's indoors makes it that much more tolerable to get through an hour and a half event rather than sitting outside, and as you can see, there were a ton of awesome prizes. There were sheds, sleds, heater units, Yeti coolers, buckets, baits, scoops, trophies, sweaters, jackets, blankets. There were Vexlar units given away, free hats. There was a gas auger given away, and even an electric snowblower. We didn't end up winning the ski-doo, but we did win a Vexlar glow ring and this Granby fishing book, which was pretty cool. We started out day 3 over at the same spot in Grand Lake. By 8 a.m., we were pulling our first laker up on the ice. This one was 16 and a half inches, weighed about 1.73 pounds, and originally had us in 3rd place in the morning, but as the afternoon progressed and people started to catch bigger macs, we slowly went from 3rd to 5th to 8th, and we got edged out by about 2 ounces here. And while we didn't end up placing, as you can hear from this crowd, everybody was really energetic and had a great time this weekend. Chamber of Commerce really knows how to throw an event, as is evident in the fact that this is their 32nd consecutive year, and we'll definitely be back for year 33. As always, guys, the best way to support us here at Kickin' Bass TV is to hit that subscribe button down below. Until next time, I'm D with Kickin' Bass TV. Thanks, guys.
Subscribe!